Good morning and Happy New Year. It is so great being here with you this morning. I am here in Utah, American Fork, Utah, and it is snowing and blowing out there. And it's great to be with you. My name is Jan Paxman, for those of you who don't know me, and I am going to be coming live this morning to you to start a a quest of mine. I decided this year that I was going to go live every morning at 9:55 Mountain Time. Good morning to all of you. It's great to see you guys here. And share a little bit about me with you and some of the things that I have been so privileged to learn over the last decade of my life. Starting a new decade, I just felt the need to share and pass it along. I actually put a post out on my wall last week talking about these lives that I'm going to do each day. And I included my husband Dan in on that post, and he will join me from time to time. But to be truthful, he was kind of surprised at the post because he didn't know I was putting it out there. So mostly this is for me. It is to pass along what I have learned to hopefully serve you, but also it's to help me continue to grow, because we all know that what we teach, we learn the very best, right? So the things that I share with you are going to be from people things that I have learned and that I can pass on from greats like Dave Blanchard, Robin Sharma, Justin Prince, Helen Irwin, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, to name a few. And I will pass along some of the insights that I've gained for myself from these things. But I just want you to know that I have been so very blessed to be able to learn from these people so many things that have changed my life. And so I'm hoping to be able to pass them along and help you in your new year with your anticipation for new great things to come. So I just wanted to start out. Some of you know me really well, some of you don't. But first of all, I just wanted to share a little bit about us. And if you do know me, if we are friends currently, like I know we're all friends, but like I would love you to put in the chat just how you know me, through what. Like, did we go to high school together? Are we health coaches together? Like, what is that exactly? How do we know each other? If you could do that, that would be really fun to look over. But I'll just share a little bit about me. Like I mentioned, we live here in American Fork, Utah, and we have lived here since 1996. I moved here as a single mom with 4 little kids, and then I met my husband Dan about 2.5 years after that, and we were married. He had 1 little boy, so we had 5. Then we added 1 more, thinking that gave us a lot of kids and we'd probably be good with that. But then we felt like we needed 1 more to have someone for him to grow up with, so that gave us 7. And then we thought we were good. 7, family of 7, lots going on. But then 7 years later, we got a surprise bonus package, which was one of the greatest gifts we could have ever gotten. And because of him and the baby weight that I put on with that pregnancy, I found the most amazing program that I now coach, that I have coached for the last almost 10 years. And it helped me balance my blood sugar, and I lost all of that baby weight and got rid of some other health issues that were plaguing me. And so love that program. I am a registered nurse and have practiced in that field for over 30 years. But this program I found is really the answer to so many people's challenges with their health. Rather than masking symptoms with medication, we really get to the root of the issue. So if that program has blessed your life at all, throw an emoji or heart or something in the comments to let us know how much it has blessed your life, because it has been such a huge blessing for me. So now we have let's see, 4 of our children, 3 of our children are married. 1's close to being married. We've got 6 grandbabies and 2 on the way. We live on a small little 1-acre farm here in Utah, and we have 2 horses and 4 chickens and a dog and a barn kitty. And life is great. And my husband Dan is he's just the best team player ever. And So I love him and appreciate him, and he will join me on some of these lives. But I want you to know, guys, though, that our lives are not perfect. We have a lot of challenges. A lot of life goes on in our home, and but we have each other. We try really hard to learn and grow through the experiences we get to go through, and we try to keep a positive spin on things. But I want you to know, guys, people sometimes get the wrong idea, like that things are perfect in our world, and I want you to know they aren't. But we keep striving, moving forward. We keep trying to learn and grow. So I just have a couple of thoughts I want to leave with you, and I'm going to try to keep these lives short, like 5 to 6 minutes every day. I'd love to just share with you a couple thoughts, and that is my focus in 2020 is to have 2020 vision, like to keep my focus, my sight on what is most important. And that starts with gratitude. And I know we've all heard this a million times, but focusing on what is right now, what is great right now, and being thankful for it just opens up the world for more things to flow in. So tell me right now, do a hashtag gratitude if you are practicing gratitude right now in your daily morning routine, something that you do, which we're going to talk about that daily morning routine later on this week. But if you are practicing gratitude right now, just put hashtag gratitude in the chat, and maybe something that you've noticed from that. It's amazing the difference that it makes. So what I'm thinking about this year is gratitude for what is right now and anticipation for what will be. Like a whole brand new decade, a whole brand new year of things that we can look forward to, what we will experience, what we will be able to create in this year. I'm so excited to go through this journey with you. And there's a couple other things I'm just going to say last minute here is 2 things to think about today. First thing is recognizing that we think a lot of thoughts all day long. We think thousands and millions of thoughts all day long. Some of those thoughts are rational, some of those thoughts are not. And we sometimes think that we are the thoughts we think, like they are connected to us, like that's who we are. Whatever we're thinking is who we are. And I want you to think about the fact that that's not true, or even consider the fact that you are not your thoughts. We are not our thoughts. Our thoughts just come and go. They are just like, they can float through your head. You have a thought and think, why did I think that? It's not you. It's not who you are. We are the only species that has the ability to step back from our thoughts and analyze them. I can see some hearts going on here because I think this has impacted a lot of people to recognize that you are not your thoughts. So when you're hard on yourself and you're telling yourself all these negative things all the time, that stuff is not true. It's my personal opinion that those thoughts come from a place of, from someone who really is against you and doesn't want you to succeed, because he knows your greatness is so awesome that if you were to really realize your greatness, then it would stop him in his work. So, and I am very much a person who believes in God. And so I hope that's not offensive to anyone out there, but I'm going to be talking about that quite a bit in my lives, and not preaching, but just sharing my own thoughts and my own heart. So I hope that you'll take that with the spirit that it's intended, and just recognize that that's coming from me, and hopefully it resonates with you, because when we realize who we truly are, then we can step into our greatness and begin to develop and create like we were meant to, instead of staying stuck in those thoughts that absolutely do not serve us, right? And we are meant to have joy down here. We are meant to be here on this planet to have joy and to bring joy. And so if that has not been your experience, guess what? You get to create that. You get to create a new story. So we're going to work through that this year, creating a new story for ourselves so that we can experience the joy we're meant to experience. And the last thing that we've kind of touched on is just comparison. Those negative thoughts we were talking about just a second ago, when we embrace those, we allow ourselves to compare ourselves to others and let ourselves think that, man, we are not that great. Like we are struggling and other people are having great experiences, but why aren't we? Right? So comparison, there's a little phrase that people say, comparison is the thief of joy. And that's the absolute truth. So today, let's be aware of our thoughts. Let's just observe our thoughts. How many thoughts are positive and how many thoughts are negative? Just observe them. No judgment, just observe. And then be aware of the compare. Are you comparing yourself to someone else? If you are, let's just step back from that for a second and stop and realize that what you have right now is perfect. Where you are right now is perfect for you. And where I am right now is perfect for me. This is where the growth and the learning comes. If we aren't exactly where we want to be, guess what? We get to create that, and it's going to be a great ride. So, okay, that's it for today. You guys, thanks so much for joining in, and come back tomorrow at 9:55 Mountain Time, and I'll be going again. And thank you so much for being with me today. It's been great for me, and hopefully it's added value to you. If it has, just put a hashtag value in the chat, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Happy New Year.